Hi guys, welcome to Bath Fizz and Foam. My name is Robyn French Smith, and today we are going to test 4 bath bombs that I made that have, one has no surfactant at all, one has only Polysorbate 80 and no true surfactants, so no SLSA, no SCI, nothing like that, just Polysorbate 80. The third one has sunflower lecithin in it, and the fourth one has sulfated castor oil or red turkey castor oil. So let's test them.
All right, so to start this off with, let's talk about the recipe I used. So all of the bath bombs use the exact same recipe. I used the basic recipe from my book, Bath Bomb Revolution. I thought about actually using the basic free recipe that we have on our website, but I was using my phone to film, and so I didn't have another way to look it up, and I was too lazy to go find another thing to look it up with. So anyway, you can use any basic bath bomb recipe to test with, which is what I did here. So they all have the exact same ingredients, which is baking soda, citric acid, cornstarch, and cream of tartar. They all have the same colorant and the same amount of colorant, and then they have oil. So this first batch that I'm doing just has oil and nothing else. So the basic recipes usually have SLSA in them, sodium lauryl sulfonyl acetate, which is a surfactant which can create bubbles and stuff like that. But for this, I wanted there to be no surfactants in it, so we can truly see, how is this emulsification agent working? Because surfactants and emulsification agents like Polysorbate 80, they can do very similar things. So this first recipe is just has oil. It doesn't have any kind of surfactant, no kind of emulsification agent. And if this is kind of going above your head, if you don't know what I'm talking about when I'm using these terms like emulsification or surfactant, I'm going to include a video at the top that you can kind of click a link to that video, which talks about what are the basic, what do the ingredients in a bath bomb recipe do, so that you can have a good frame of reference to kind of help you as we're going through this recipe. So also I have 3 gnome molds and 1 troll mold. So I decided to make them all troll themed, and I just thought that was cute. Since they're all going to be the same color, I wanted them to all be the same color so that there wasn't any doubt, because maybe a red is going to show up stronger than a pink or something like that, right? So I didn't want there to be any doubt about that. They also have the exact same fragrance oil. Everything is exactly the same. So this second batch that I'm making has Polysorbate 80 in it. So Polysorbate 80 is like I said, it's an emulsification agent. What it does is it helps oil and water blend together, but it can also act as a surfactant. So it can also create some foam and some bubbles in a bath bomb. And so yeah, we're gonna see how that works. And so this little small batch worked really well. So that first troll mold, I'll tell you guys, I'll include links in the description of this for where I got each of the molds. So the first troll mold, that was from Sophistication. Look at this guy, isn't he cute? So that little gnome, that little stand-up gnome mold is from Chunk of Dust, and it's also very cute. But yeah, I will definitely include links so that you guys can know where I'm getting all these molds from. But yeah, so this second one is Polysorbate 80, no surfactant in it at all. And then they all have water as binder, kind of. And I'll explain that when we come to it, because I had a little mishap on this next one that I'm about to do right here. So this next one is going to use sunflower lecithin. Sunflower lecithin. And it was a lot thicker than I expected it to be. And yeah.
I lost. Earwax.
So yeah, it just kind of looked like earwax to me. It was pretty gross. I went ahead and added my fragrance oil, and then I regretted it because I ended up having to heat that up in the microwave to get it to be like more liquidy. And so what I did was for the amount that the recipe calls for Polysorbate 80, which I think is 17 grams for this recipe from my book, Bath Bomb Revolution. Sorry, I'm not trying to plug my book. I'm just trying to let you know where I sourced the recipe. I think it calls for 17 grams of Polysorbate 80. So what I did is I replaced the exact amount of Polysorbate 80 with the sunflower lecithin and with the red turkey castor oil when we get to that. So 17 grams. And okay, what I found was that for the bath bomb, that was it was so gummy, it was so sticky, it was almost like making bubble bars where like my gloves were just covered in like gummy, sticky, messy. And so as a result, I like was kind of just distracted and like it just kind of threw me. And I didn't add binder to this batch right here. And they ended up being like heavy and kind of soggy, and they fall apart really easily. So I do end up going back and redoing the sunflower lecithin later on, just because I wanted to get a better idea of like how it would actually work. The next one is red turkey castor oil. Red turkey castor oil is actually one of the very first surfactants that we know of. So it's sulfated. I don't know exactly how the process works, but basically the castor oil is processed through sulfur. I don't know. And it helps to create a mild surfactant. As far as like workability, it was the most like working with a regular bath bomb mix. Like if I was working with regular bath bomb mix that had Polysorbate 80 in it, I actually really liked the way it felt. I had pretty high hopes for it. I have very high hopes for it. I will just say that. It feels good. It feels right. It feels exactly the way a bath bomb mix should feel, in my opinion. So where I got that third mold, the one with the real flat, long gnomes, that was a Kata mold. And this last mold is from an edible soap. So like I said, I will include links in the description for each of these, where I got each of these. And they do all have the same amount of colorant in them. However, I know that the size of each one is a little different. I thought about like getting really technical and weighing them, but I didn't.
Those bath bombs are ready. Shall we test them? We're gonna take some bath bombs and put them in the bathroom and test them. You could say we're ready to begin rolling with my gnomies. Okay, this one. I got wind. Stop! I say. Okay. These the guy. Stop it! Oh, girl, she's so big. Oh my god. Okay. Hair, why? Get away from me. I'm about to cut all my hair.
And that's where I dropped a bath bomb, one of the flat gnomes made with the sunflower lecithin, dropped it and broke it. So I had to go back and get another one. All right, this first one, don't forget, this is the one that has this first one has no surfactant, no Polysorbate 80. This is how a bath bomb would act if you made a bath bomb with just baking soda, citric acid, cream of tartar, cornstarch, oil, and a lake colorant like this one, Blue One Lake. So you can see the oil floating on the water, and you can see the little bitty bits of color kind of sticking around. When I crush it up with my hand, I become a smurf. I become a smurf for a second. That's a little unfortunate, but it's actually not too bad. I mean, if your whole body was in it, it'd probably suck, but it's not too bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and give the tub a stir, and Guys, why do I do this to myself? You can kind of see already the little specks of color on the side of the bathtub. So I know I'm gonna have to clean the tub again. Of course, I'm gonna have to clean the tub. But all things considered, it's not as bad as I expected it to be. I mean, those bath bombs are highly saturated. I'm sorry, there's a hair in there. I have a lot of hair. One of my hairs fell in the tub. Okay, just get over it. Anyway, it's not as bad as I thought it would be. However, there's not like a human body in there, like squashing those little beads of color and like squashing them into the tub. So I don't know, I think it would be a lot worse if there was actually a human in that bathtub. So for each bath bomb that we're going to test, I'm going to first rinse it with water to see if like just rinsing it with water works. And then if I have to, I will break down and clean it like you see me doing here. I will say that the cleaning process wasn't nearly as bad for any of these as it was for example, the charcoal bomb or like that purple mica bath bomb. All right, let's try this gnome. This is just Polysorbate 80. So, I mean, are you seeing this? This is freaking beautiful. I don't think I have ever made a bath bomb that didn't have any SLSA in it at all, or SCI, no surfactant at all, and just had Polysorbate 80. Like, I am actually stunned at how gorgeous this is. And it sped up quite a bit because I think this was like, it lasted like 3 minutes. So that's, she done did a good job, baby. That is it. It's very pretty. So that was just Polysorbate 80 in it. And there's no oil floating on top. If I stick my little hand in there, I don't get little chunks of color on me. You can see it's maybe sticking to the side just a tiny bit, not too bad. Like I said, these are very, very saturated bath bombs, and I only have like 3 inches of water in the tub because I don't want to waste like a ton of water doing this. And I wasn't gonna bathe in them. Sorry. Usually I do bathe in my test bath bombs, but no, not on this one. Look, I am so impressed. I am shook. I'm shooketh. Okay, there's a tiny bit on the side right there and on the bottom. And so the first thing we're gonna do is a clean water rinse just to see how that handles the situation. And baby, she do handle it, don't she? Oh my God, yes she does. She handles that. She is taking care of her. She is on her bull. Look at that tub. It is perfect. I feel like the drill sergeant from Forrest Gump. He's like, damn Gump. Okay, I'm just like so proud of myself right there in that moment for knowing that Polysorbate 80 was wonderful and telling people it was wonderful for all this time and like actually it turning out to be wonderful. Okay, so these were very, very heavy and kind of soggy. This is the one that's made with the sunflower lecithin. They were very heavy, very soggy, and I think that's because I didn't add binder, which shows how important binder is, but holy freaking Christ on a freaking cracker. Look at that motherfucking. That bath bomb is the sexiest bath bomb I have ever seen in my entire life. I am standing right there. Look at me. I am having a real moment. I am feeling some type of way about that bath bomb. That foam is the most beautiful foam I have ever seen in my whole damn life. I am so into that. I am so into that. It is sexy. Okay, so I give her a little stir. Because I gave the other ones a stir. And now I'm starting to see that maybe just because she's pretty doesn't mean that's all that there, she's got to have some substance too. Okay, so clean water rinse first, and it kind of works, but there is definitely color stuck on the side of the tub. It's a little disappointing because I really liked the way that worked. It was so pretty, okay? But that is a lot of color left on the side of the tub. The clean water rinse did not get it off. And you guys remember that this is a clean bathtub. I know sometimes people say like, oh, it's just sticking to the residue that's on the side of your tub. No, girl. No, it's not. This is a spanking clean tub, okay? There's nothing for it to stick to. I've literally just cleaned it twice now. So no, there's nothing for it to stick to. So that is unfortunate. We are going to revisit soy lecithin though. We're not done with her, okay? Because she was sexy. I'm just saying. Here I am cleaning my tub again. Why am I doing this again? I put my hair in pigtails. Isn't that cute? It's because it was so hot. Hey, here we go. The water's filling, so I'm just taking a moment to be vain. Okay, so this next one is the sulfated castor oil. Now I have the highest hopes for this one because it is the most commonly recommended, most common recommendation when somebody asks, hey, I don't want to use Polysorbate 80, what else can I use? Red turkey castor oil or sulfated castor oil is the most commonly recommended swap. But I am so underwhelmed. It is not even a joke. She didn't foam at all in the water, and you can see that there's oil floating on top of the water. You can see she making a ring around my tub. Look at all that oil. I have to say, I was actually really disappointed. Like, it molded so well. It worked so well. I had so many hopes and dreams that involved this red turkey castor oil. Very disappointed. Okay, I'm very disappointed by this. Very disappointed. Okay, and then you can see all the little speckles and all the little things left on the side tub. And I have to say, honestly, in my humble opinion, which is the right opinion anyway, I honestly think that it was better without the red turkey at all. Like the bath bomb where we didn't put anything in it was actually better than the one where we put the red turkey castor oil in it, because there was like a greasy ring around the tub, and I actually had to like go back and add more cleaner when I was done, just because it was like there wasn't color left, but it was like greasy. It left a greasy fill on the tub, and I really didn't like it. I was not happy to have to clean it twice. Okay, so this donut is the redemption song attempt for the sunflower lecithin. I tried it one more time. So here's the difference. I used half the amount of sunflower lecithin because last time using the full amount, that 17 grams, it was like really gummy and hard to work with. So I used half the amount, hoping that that would help a little. And you still get some really pretty foam, not quite as much as last time, but still get some really pretty foam. And then this time I used binder because I just wanted to check and see like how well does the bath bomb hold up. So it does. It actually holds up great. Unfortunately, it still didn't. I don't know what I was expecting, but it still didn't like solve the problem of there being it on the side of the tub. Didn't solve that. So I did end up having to clean it again, which I was all kinds of happy about. So guys, what did you think? Would you be willing to substitute sunflower lecithin and or castor oil? Do you feel like it is a valuable swap? Let me know what you think in the comments. And also, if you're interested in learning more about bath bombs, come visit us at bathfizzandfoam.com. We have classes where we teach people how to make bath bombs. Those are really fun. You can also come visit us at Bath Fizz and Foam Facebook group. So Bath Fizz and Foam Bath Bomb and Bubble Bar Support Group on Facebook. Come visit us there. We have a group of bath bomb makers who are friendly and kind and courteous and considerate, and we want to see you there. We want to see your happy little face there. We want to see all the you're making. Come show me what you're making, baby. That's pretty much it for today. You want to hang around and watch some bloopers while I try to say soy less? You should do that. You should hang around and watch the bloopers. All right. Happy making.
The third one has sunflower The third one has sunflower lecithin. The third one has sunflower lecithin. I love this one. Lecithin.
Lecithin. Lecithin. Lecithin. Lecithin.
The third one has soy lecithin in it. No, it doesn't. The third one has sunflower lecithin in it, and the fourth one has sulfated castor oil.